Already 3 city challenge, the Financier stealth, Bloodless, no hybrid classes, and 15 minutes. Well, there's no hybrid classes, which means I suppose that if we were to get a thief and a hacker, that would be a bit complicated. Mainly because infiltrators won't really be possible, and that's generally quite important for Financier, where we're trying to open a few doors, and we're trying to hack the computer to actually get intel. That or we could just hostage a few guards and somehow get the location and the combination, but who knows, that might not happen, that might happen. Alternatively, we could always just rip down every single painting. It's a really slow process, but it technically works. And that's an interesting choice. Right then, we can always do that. I mean, aside from that, there's Bloodless, which I suppose is a bit inconvenient. But that's really about it. There is a guard over there, I'm realizing. And then finally there's 15 minutes, in which case don't take too long and we should do just fine. So if we could... Unfortunately, we will not be able to get a disguise, but I mean, if we're feeling ambitious, we could always do this. Don't walk over here, that makes things worse. Right then. I mean, I guess that's not really what I intended. Maybe we could do it without the walking over here and getting in front of the window, but otherwise we're doing just fine. And of course we get a location, which just makes for absolutely fantastic timing. So, we're going to grab the disguise, and we're going to go inside after we rewire the boxes, because otherwise we would not be doing just fine. And then afterwards, who knows what's going to happen. It might go well, it might not. And Cyber left the bag over here, so we're going to do the same. And now that the other boxes are being taken care of, which is presumably, of course, is over here. That is not the last spot. The last spot is over there. The spot where Cyber was looping the cameras, which, I mean, that's perfectly fine. I'm just going to tank that since I don't really need to do anything else. Absolutely, there is one camera here, which I suppose I could loop. Alright, I will not be able to loop that camera. Not that looping a camera will be very significant. So instead, we're just going to go through here. Or we could go through here since the safe is literally right here. And then afterwards, we could just, well, open it up. Since that makes things quite simple. Considering that we already know the location and we won't have to get a combination. Which, I mean, I guess is the one time where getting the safe combination would actually be exciting or useful, but sure. We'll open up the safe, we'll grab the hard drive, and then afterwards we'll try and find Ryan, essentially. There's not a very different way to put it. So we'll get a hard drive. There's a guard that's still gonna be there. There's the 2 guards I'm gonna completely ignore. And there's Ryan downstairs, which would be nice to take out. But unfortunately, we of course have to encounter more guards, and Ryan's just standing there. Just vaguely standing there. And now moving. That's not very useful, but we could always open the other doors and we're prepared for literally anything else. And we could even open this door, so that we can finally loop that camera that, well, I haven't really looped earlier. Now that the guard's going to, can you just stop walking around in these areas? That's not very convenient. It seems like you've been indefinitely in either of these spots, but sure. That's not exactly ideal. But presumably, Cyber has lured Ryan out, which means that Ryan's going to, of course, go my route, because, of course, that's a logical thing to do. So I suppose that's just fine. So we're just going to continue waiting as Ryan takes the... I mean, that's one way of doing things. There should be one more guard, but hopefully the guard will continue walking in those 2 locations so that we can back Ryan up and run through here, because of course the guard's still there. So we're gonna go through here, we're gonna go all the way over here, and well, that's the daily challenge done in just under 4 minutes. That was rather fast. Cheers everyone, have a great time.